graders. It's Mr. Lane at my house in my basement, and I'm going to be showing you how to do some drawings. For this week, we're going to practice doing something called BlindContour drawing. And I put all this information on your Google Classroom that you'll get a link for, either from your teacher somehow. I'm going to get you the link to your Google Classroom for art. And this is the first drawing lesson we're going to do. I know some of you don't have all the supplies for a lot of other art projects we're going to be doing. So I decided it would be better to focus on drawing skills, because you can always use drawing skills. And for this first thing, you're not really going to need much. A piece of paper, it can even be a piece of scrap paper or a piece of cardboard, wherever you have that you can draw on, and a pencil. And you don't need an eraser, you don't need a ruler, anything like that. In fact, I don't want you to erase anything. A blind contour drawing is really unusual because I don't want you to look at your paper when you're drawing. I want you to focus on whatever it is you're drawing. And for me, what I'm going to do for my drawing is I'm actually going to draw myself. I'm going to be looking at my camera, which is what I'm looking at now, and I'll have the camera thing flipped so that I can see my own face. And I'm just going to focus on looking at my face. I'm going to put my pencil on the paper and I'm going to start drawing. And while I'm drawing, I'm not going to look at what I'm not going to look at my paper. I'm just going to look at my face. And the reason we do this is to help sort of refocus your brain and your eyes so that you're actually looking at what you're drawing. It helps you focus a little bit more. And you can see as you're drawing that you'll notice things you don't always notice if you're just looking back at your paper. A lot of times when kids are drawing themselves, well, not just kids, anybody, when anyone's drawing themselves, they think they know what they're drawing. And so they start focusing on their paper too much, and they nitpick, and they're they slow down and they don't pay attention to the bigger part of their drawing. They focus on tiny little things, like is that freckle in the right spot. So I'm going to reorient my desk here, and I'm going to have kind of a picture of what I'm drawing, and you're going to see my hand moving, but you're not going to see my face, which is kind of tricky. But when I'm making this drawing, I won't be looking at the actual picture that I'm drawing on the paper. I'm just going to be looking at my face, which is sort of strange, and the drawings are going to look really, really weird. I'm going to put some examples on Google Classroom so you can see what artists, what their drawings look like when they do this, because they don't look like real portraits. They look kind of look like they're made out of wire, and they're all kind of jumbled, and they don't look exactly like a real face. But that's not the point. Your drawing is actually not the point. It's getting your eyes to see better, which is what this does. So I'm going to stop this video and hopefully cut in the video of me drawing, and I'll also be talking over that drawing while I'm doing it. And hopefully I can put all this together, because I'm not used to making videos. Hopefully I can put all this together in a way that makes sense for you. Okay, 6th graders. So what we're going to do is, for this, we're going to try to do a blind self-portrait, which means you're going to be drawing yourself while looking at yourself. You have to look at yourself. So you either want a mirror or a photograph of you. I'm using a picture off of my computer of myself, and what's going to happen is you're going to try to look at your face, and you're going to try to draw it with one continuous line. And this is a little bit tricky, because what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cheat and look at your drawing and try to fix it. Your final drawing is not the most important thing. What the most important thing is what you're actually looking at, and how your eyes and your hands are working together. So I've got a picture that I'm looking at on my computer screen, and the tricky thing with this is you can't tell that I'm not cheating, but trust me, all I'm going to be doing for this drawing is looking at the picture. And the only time I'm going to look at my paper is so I know where I'm going to start. So if I'm starting at the ear, I'm probably going to start over here. But if I was going to start on the hair, I'd start up here somewhere. If I start on my nose, I'd start in the middle. You don't want to start on your nose up here in the corner and then not have enough room for the rest of your drawing. So that's the only time you look at it until you're finished. So your eyes are going to kind of travel around your drawing, or your picture, I should say. And as your eyes move, your pencil should move. And your pencil wants, or should do, the same thing your eyes are doing. So if you see a curve, you're going to try to draw that curve as your eyes look at it. And your drawing is not going to look like the picture you're looking at. And you're going to see that from mine. You'll notice very quickly that I'm going to get messed up. But it doesn't matter. That's not the point. What matters is that I'm looking at my picture. So for your project this week, what I want you to do is try at least 3 of these. And go slow. One thing that 6th graders do is they try to race through this. It doesn't matter if you get done fast. That's not the point of this. This is not a race. You don't get a prize for getting your drawing done faster than someone else. So I'm going to start drawing. And what I'm going to do, this is a little bit tricky because you can't see the picture I'm working from, but I'll try to put it in this video somewhere so you can see the picture I was looking from. So I'm going to start at the top of my drawing. I'm going to start with the hair. And I didn't take a shower this morning. So my hair is kind of crazy looking. Right now I'm drawing my ear, drawing the inside of the part of the ear. And I notice right beside the ear is where my beard is. And my beard is kind of out of control today too. And it's fluffy and comes down here all the way to the bottom, and it starts to come up around. And as it comes up around, it's starting to get a little bit closer to the side of my face. And then in this picture that I'm looking at, my head is turned a little bit. So I don't see as much of that ear, just a little bit poking out. And then I'm going to continue to my hair. Let's see. I had to pause for just a second. Hold on. There we go. And then comes up around. And like I said, my hair looks crazy. It probably looks even crazier in this drawing. Now, I've kind of drawn what some people call the outside contour of my face, or at least it may not look like that in whatever I've drawn here. But now I need to figure out how to go down. So I'm going to go down what I think is through my hair and get to my forehead and get to the inside part of my beard and my mustache, and then over to the other side of my face. This is the point where a lot of kids, when I'm doing this in front of people, start laughing because this is where things get messed up usually. So right now I'm trying to draw what I think are my lips. And then I think my nose is right here, the bottom of my nose, come across. I see a little bit of a nostril and the other side of my nose. And then it comes up here to where I think my eyebrow is, and it kind of comes up and down over by an ear. Hopefully, again, I'm not looking at this drawing that you're looking at right now. I'm looking at the picture. And then I see my eye. And in this picture, my eyes are pretty open. There's my iris, and then pupil, and then I've got to get over here to my other eyebrow, sort of like that, I think, and then just below my eyebrow is my eye. And you can probably tell, I'm just assuming some of these things because I've done this, but I haven't finished this last eye, but I already know, because I've done this so many times, that this drawing probably doesn't look like me, but you can probably see parts of it that you can recognize. And I also realized I didn't draw the other part of the front of my hair, so I'm going to go up and draw the rest of the front of my hair, which should be up in here. And so I'm going to stop, and I'm going to look at my drawing. And from what you see, you can tell that I moved my face over a whole bunch. But you can kind of see, I didn't do too bad on the shape of the head, but if I'd have moved all this stuff over, you could kind of see how I would have eyes, nose, and a mouth. And so this is what you're going to be doing. So what I like to do usually is have kids number it. So this is number 1 for me. And then try another one. Now you can try the same picture that you were looking at. Or you can try, I mean, if your mom or dad or brother or sister will sit still for you, you can try drawing a portrait of someone else, but a blind portrait like this one. And just give it a shot. You might notice that if you take your time and really focus on what you're looking at, you'll start to get better at drawing people later on, like when you actually look at your paper and look at the person. You'll notice that you get better. So this is your art project for this week. Is to do 3 BlindContour drawings. And in Google Classroom, if you want to post them there, or at least post one of them, so that other 6th graders can see it, it'd be kind of fun to share our portraits. So we can each kind of see how silly we look. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.